morning. Happy Friday. It's coffee and a card day again. I can't believe how quickly these weeks are going. Before you know it, here we are again. But I love it. And I it's I have so much to share with you today. There's always something going on with Stampin' Up. There's different offers that I have going. There's celebrations, there's joint offer, there are new online exclusive, there are new celebration things. A lot of stuff, almost like I think I might just have to do another video just to show you the special stuff because I know a lot of you are here for a coffee and a card. Although today is not a card. Today we're going to do some little treat boxes for Valentine's Day or anytime. I'm using Valentine's theme, but you can do it for any time. They could be favors for any occasion or just a little host gift or whatever. So it's going to be a lot of fun. Good morning, everybody. Join in and say hello and maybe where you're from. I'm always amazed that, that we're able to do this. I mean, modern technology, right? I mean, my daughter, she's in her mid 30s right now, but she grew up with the technology. So not a whole lot is like really amazing to her. Although it has come a long way in her lifetime, but she grew up with like the old Apple II computers and, she grew up I taught her to type, properly, and she's a whiz. And, that generation is just maybe not as wowed by technology as somebody my age, but it is amazing. I just don't take for granted the reach that we can get and the information we can get. And just, I wouldn't have met all of you if it weren't for all this technology. Good morning, everybody. Hi, Karen. You're up early today. Oh, my goodness. Hi, Susan. Nice to see you. Good morning. Yes, foggy Florida. Okay. We have a bright, sunny day here in Maryland. And although I do see the wind blowing a lot, I don't know what the temperature is. Let me see. I'll wait a couple minutes for people to get on. Oh, let me stop my live video that I was watching. We watch all those. Actually, not so bad. It's 45 degrees right now. The low is going to be 28 at some point, though. So it's probably later on tonight. So, good morning, Gloria. Nice to see you. Yes, you finally made one. Yay. Nice to see you. I see some new names and some familiar ones and some team members. Nice to see you all. Hi, Gloria, Felicia, Madge. Okay, welcome. Thank you for joining on. And if you're watching the replay, thank you also. If you're planning to craft along, I put very generic kind of materials that you need for this. I didn't give specific measurements for every little treat thing that I'm doing because you can kind of watch that. I just said bring some DSP, bring some coordinating cardstock, bring a label or a little focal point, that you can die cut or punch or fussy cut, just for kind of little fun things. We'll just kind of wing it today. If you are watching the replay, then you can always pause and do what you need to do and then continue. So that's kind of fun. So I'm going to do just a bunch of little things and you can always decorate them later, but as long as you get the folds and you get the basic structure of what I'm giving you, then you can always just add your sentiment, add your focal point, add your ribbons, add your embellishments, whatever you want later on. Okay, so cheers, welcome, get your beverage, and we will kind of get going here. I have, hold on, let me take a sip. Today I'm drinking some coffee from Utah. It's a flavored coffee that is kind of a special thing. I don't do flavored stuff all the time, but this is kind of a special one that friends of ours brought back when they visited Utah. It has some chocolate notes and some cinnamon and hazelnut. It's really good. So it's a special treat every once in a while. My husband was kind enough to take them to and from the airport in the wee hours of the morning. So they were very gracious and brought us back some coffee and a couple other goodies. So that's what I'm having today. You know what? It's funny. Remember last week, I happened to put on a Stampin' Up shirt that had colors on it that reminded me of the color palette of the new bee paper. And the bee paper that I was using, which were these. And it just so happened by chance that my shirt had some of those colors on them. Well, this morning I chose this mug with this little filigree pattern on there, which kind of reminds me. Actually, I should get my mini catalog. It reminds me. Oh my goodness, where is my mini catalog? All right, here we go. There is a stamp set on page 60 that has those. Oops, wrong direction here. I'm sorry. It's called Tiled Techniques, and it has some designs that kind of remind me of that teacup. Well, I am not using this Tiled Techniques. I don't have it, although I think it is kind of cool. But there are a lot of things that I have that I think are kind of cool and pretty, and I can only get so much, right? And there's a lot of things that I have yet to use, so I do have to watch myself. But the other kind of interesting thing was I was reminded by another demonstrator, Rose from Canada, who reminded me to look at the online exclusive because she was mentioning this sweatshirt, and she was wearing it too. I said, oh my gosh, this sweatshirt is on the last chance list. And I just love this sweatshirt. Let me stand up a little bit. It has this diagonal pattern. This is a pattern called Abigail Rose that used to be a designer paper in black and white. And look here, this Serene Love paper is a similar pattern, right? Only this one is in navies instead of black and white. So I said, oh, I have to get my sweatshirt out because it is so nice and cozy. Last chance list. I paid $55 for this. But I just love the Stampin' Up logo wear. I love the design on this one. It even has, can I get up here? The Stampin' Up logo right here, which is patterned right into the fabric. And the quality of any of the stuff, the logo wear that I've gotten from Stampin' Up has been very good. Nothing I have from what they've sold has worn out. I've been wearing the stuff for a long time. So anyway, when Rose reminded us that check the last chance, this sweatshirt, I regularly $55. It's on sale for $22 US. $22 is a great price for a hoodie sweatshirt. It's got a nice hood to it, nice fabric tie here, like seam binding kind of tie. And it's fleecy on the inside. I love the two-tone. The sleeves have nice cuffs to them. And it's just so warm and cozy. I think I'm going to get another one because, sometimes when you have something that you really love, sometimes you're afraid to wear it because you're afraid to like dirty it up or mess it up, especially if it's something sort of white. Oh, talk about dirtying up. I just spilled my coffee. Oh my goodness. Anyway, you're going to have to excuse me 1 second. I need to get some paper towels. But anyway, I did not get it on my sweatshirt. How about that? That's amazing. There I go, talking with my hands and spilling things. So give me 1 second. I'll be right back. I'm going to get some paper towels over here. Okay, luckily I did not spill on any of my projects. So that's very, very good. Crazy stuff. And also on my carpet, on my floor here, I have one of those plastic mats that you put under your desk chair, because that way I can roll I don't have rolling stool here, but I can slide my stool around very easily. Also, the sometimes little pieces of glue, little balls of glue, like from my the tip of my liquid glue. Sometimes you get these little nubby things. Well, sometimes they end up getting on the carpet and they stick, and I have to pull them up. So that's why I got one of these little plastic things underneath. So it kind of saves my carpet too. I can clean that up very easily. So, like I'm doing with my coffee right now. Well, that's a new one, guys. Thanks for your patience. I usually don't keep my coffee here. I keep it on the side. You know that. But I wanted to sip some last sips before I started on my project. Okay. So Celebration just released some new products, a second round of new products. And these products are actually things that are current products from current catalogs. They are, I'm multitasking here, still cleaning while I'm talking to you here. They are some things that you could buy regular price in the catalog, but you can get them for free with a $60 order US. And so if there's one of those things that you want, do not order it. Don't put the code in to order it. Make sure you just at your checkout, when you are asked which Celebration things you want, click it off there, because there is a special code. Do not put the regular code in because you'll get charged full price. All right. So either there's a special code, or just at the end when you go to checkout, it'll say you've qualified for X amount of Celebration items, and then you can just click those items there. All right. So just to kind of keep that in mind. And some of those items I actually have here. I think I'm fairly cleaned up. How embarrassing. Oh my goodness. So do as I say, not as I do, guys, right? All right, I think I'm good. Let me just throw these away. All right, there we go. I'll just get a clean paper for my desk, and we are good to go. Let me show you some of the things that are available now as a new Celebration item. I don't have them all, but I do have some to show you. And some of these things are worth like a lot of money. I am surprised that they're giving away for free. So let me switch my camera here, and then we can get started. Okay, so you have your regular Celebration brochure, and then some of the things that you can get. I have a brochure here, and I'll post those things. So one thing that you can get for free is this Planted Paradise set. Okay, you can build, it's one of those that has the reverse. You can build your little potted arrangement in a variety of pots, and the flip side of the stamps actually help color in the design part of the stamps. Okay, another one is the Natural Botanicals. That's in the mini catalog. And yeah, I made a card with that not too long ago, not online, but I think I showed people. I actually copied it cased it from the catalog. So you get that for free. This one I think is the most valuable one, and it's amazing. Alphabet Alamo dies. You get full alphabet and numbers and some other elements here. They are thin letters, which are nice for putting on a card. You can you can build a lot of names because they're narrow. And you have exclamation, the ampersand. You have doubles of some of these letters, which is nice so that you don't have to run them twice. You can just put both of those letters in there. So that is an amazing thing that you can get for free with your $60 order. Okay, another thing is this kit, Hooray for Honeycomb kit. I haven't opened mine yet, but you could see the patterns on here. You have these little honeycomb elements, a sunshine, a balloon, and a strawberry. Some people are a little confused that you have this honeycomb thing on the outside, you'd have to hand deliver that card. But you can always just put that on the inside. You don't have to put it on the outside. Nice and cheery and bright balloons and rainbows and sun and all that stuff. Free for celebration choice. Also, another ribbon that I just love that is in blue. I love my blues. Has some gold glitter on it. So you can get that for free. It's glittered ribbon in Night of Navy and gold. That could be your freebie. One of my favorite brushed brass butterflies. Love them because it adds a bit of shine, but they're flat and they are that brush look, not too shiny, but it adds a little something. And then there's a kit. I don't have the kit, but I do have one of these frames. There's a kit that it comes in a set of 4 of these little frames, and it has some plants in it. Okay, kind of similar to what you might see here, kind of potted plants. And it comes in a set of 4. So they make like a nice little gift, or you can have them as a collection, or you can just use the plant things for cards and put something else in these adorable little frames. They can hang or they could stand up. So they are really neat. They're plastic, but they have nice contour to the frame. Somebody made this as a souvenir for when I went to Houston. When another demonstrator gave it to me, a little memento of when we went to the on-stage convention there. So I have that on the corner of my stamp room. So those are just some of the extra things. Oh, the bee punch. Remember we used the bee punch last time? I'm using it again today. The bee punch you can get for free. Free. And there's another punch that is the Celebration Happy Labels Pick-a-Punch. It gives you edging for, different labels, a scalloped edge. And there's also the Celebration Trusty Tools dies. I know that's hard to see, but trust me, it's there, Trusty Tools. And also the Celebration Beautiful Butterflies, the photopolymer stamp set is on sale. I thought did I get that? I thought I bought, I don't know. I don't remember. I got an order yesterday and you think I'd remember. Anyway, a lot of new stuff going on. And so check that out. Also, tons of things in they don't call it clearance rack anymore. They call it last chance items. So when you go shopping, definitely click on that. Click on last chance items and last chance and see what's there. Okay. Because there are things at a great discount. It's amazing. Okay. Let's get started on our treat things here. Putting things away. I'm going to take that last sip of coffee and put it aside. And it's almost done now. Okay, that is all done. All right, so I am again going to use the bee paper because guess what? It came yesterday, the new color version of the Be Mine paper that I showed you last time is now in these fun other colors. So I don't have to make it up. I actually have the paper now. So we're going to use this for our treat things today. But of course, you can use any paper you like. All right. Valentine's or not. I think I told you around Christmas time, I made little, what's over here? Ooh. I made these little pockets with a little chocolate inside there, but I just kept several of them in my purse. And wherever I stopped, and there was somebody there, like at the post office or the grocery store or a shop that I was in, I gave one of the workers one of these little things and just said, "Oh, happy holidays." And they were like so touched and surprised. It's a little thing, but they were so touched that, oh, that's so nice. So nice. So I'm going to do that with some of the things I'm making today as well. All right, let me just do a quick little look at some of the comments here. The heart-shaped bundle still available. Celebration I think that is available again. It was not available at one point, but I believe it is. And that is, um, excuse me here. I'm sorry, I can't reach it. Oh, well. I was trying to reach it behind my computer. Oh, maybe it's here. Hold on. Heart shape. Here we go. I pulled it aside to show today. Yep. So this is for 120. The things that were in the celebration catalog before are still available as long as they're in stock. So it's not like this is no longer good and now we have new things. You have more choices now. All right. So this is absolutely gorgeous. If you're spending $120, then definitely choose this. It is absolutely gorgeous. So sweet and so pretty. And it isn't just for Valentine's Day. It can be for anything. Okay. All right. Thanks for asking that. I appreciate that, Susan. Oh, you just checked, Nadine. It's not available again? Oh, darn. Well, thank you, Nadine, for helping administer here. I appreciate that. Good morning, Lydia. Oh, you're back in this US. Okay. All right. Nice to see you here. Good morning, Marva from New York. Oh, I was originally from New York. Westchester County. Wonder where you're from. All right, so nice to see everybody. Hi, Barbara and Betty. Oh my gosh, a lot of people on today. Thank you so much. All right, so let's do some of our sweet treats for our sweeties. All right. Oh my goodness, like I said, I feel like there's so much to say and do. Well, that's a good thing though, right? Better than being bored. Always new stuff to play around with. So here's the bee paper. I can show you in person. Okay, we have that one. We have the honey jars, and here are the backs. Love that. Oh my gosh. In the other packet, this was yellow, but this is the Petunia Pop now. And working with the old olive. And then we have the tiny bees and tiny hearts with the little squiggly lines there in the bubble bath pink. And then this is the back of that, the tiny hearts. Love these flowers. This, has some teeny tiny hearts. It's mostly the flowers. I love that. And then the stripes, really fun. This reminds me of like a summer ice cream shop or something like that. And then we have some more bees and with the flowers as opposed to just the bees and the hearts. Cute little flowers on the back. When I see these papers in person, it's like, oh my gosh, it looks so much nicer than in the catalog. It's just hard to picture all this stuff. Then this one has the flowers and more the leaves, some of the old olive in there, and then the honeycomb in the back. So lots of choices. What a fun color palette this is. Really, really neat. Does anybody have this paper yet? Has anybody been playing with this one? Good to know if somebody has. Okay, maybe come back in stock soon. All right. You know what? I can check before I forget. Let me just check. I can check on my phone as to the inventory of that. All right, because I know that's an important one to try to figure out here. So 1 second. I have to sign in, and that demonstrators can check the inventory and see when it's estimated to come back. They usually say, oh, the week of the 10th or the week of the 17th or whatever. So let me do that for you here at your service. All right, so looking for hearts. The To the Point label punch is not available either. Oh my gosh. Love that one. So it just goes to show you how good and popular these things are. This is the punch that I'm talking about. It's not expected back until April. I'm sorry, guys, about that. All right. Ooh, the heart-shaped dies. Okay, I don't know about the stamp set yet. The heart-shaped dies are due back this week. So we'll see. It says week of February 10th. Now, sometimes that changes. All right. I was waiting for the decorative trees dies for a while, and that just kept getting pushed back and back. But finally, they are in also. So let me see. All right. You know what? I think it's the stamp set. Well, because it's a bundle, if only the dies are back ordered, then they're going to say the bundle is, even if the stamp set is available, you can't just get the stamp set alone, especially because it's the celebration offer, right? You're getting both. So, okay, I will try to post on Facebook here, and you can check the website to see if it comes back in. Yeah, so it says this week it's supposed to be back in. Let's keep our fingers crossed. All right, I'll try to post if I find that out. All right. I've threatened to get started several times here, so let's just do it. All right, one of the simplest ways to do a little treat holder, and I have some in different sizes here, is to just take a strip of cardstock, score it in a few different places to fold it up, give it some thickness, and then tie it at the top. This one here was a gift, was a little pillow gift. When I went to a conference, somebody gave it to me, or it was a swap or something. And this one here was started with 8.5, an 8.5 size piece of paper by 2 3/4. All right, so I'm just going to do one. Let's do one in a very different color. Let's do olive green. All right, so 8.5 is this way, right? And then 2 3/4, like that. 8.5 by 2 3/4, and then we're going to score it at 4 and 4.5. Oh, all right, so 4 and 4.5. That's going to give us our thickness, and that's going to be enough to accommodate the Hershey nuggets in there. If you had a thicker piece of candy or treat, just find your center of your cardstock and then go out equidistant from the center to make those 2 score lines. All right, so that's pretty easy there. That's basically all you need to do on that one. And burnish it with your bone folder. Super easy. I'm starting with the easiest one, just plain simple. Then we can get more elaborate from here. All right, so that's giving you that little pouch look from the side. And then the DSP is 3.5 by 2.5. You could do it just on the front, or you could do it on either side. So let's find some of that DSP. You can do the same on both, or you can mix and match. And we could do one of those. I'm going to choose this one here that has some of the old olive in the design. Maybe this one is adorable because it has a little bit of the olive, but yet this kind of, it picks it up from the background. That one is nice too. That one has more of the olive. I think I'm going to go with this one. It's a little brighter. So let's cut that down to 3.5 by 2.5. And it's going to go vertically. So be cognizant of which direction you're cutting your paper. So I want it 3.5 tall. No, I'm sorry, 2.5 tall. 2.5 tall by 3.5 long. And I'm going to do 2 of those. Do one on both sides. All right, isn't it too cute? I don't know. I just love the old olive in there. That's like when that's kind of like the neutral color that is pulling this together, so to speak. So I'm going to put this a little toward the bottom and leave room at the top for punching my hole. All right, so remember that you do have a top you want your top to be up here. If you want, put another layer of cardstock there. This would look adorable with maybe Petunia Pop as a matte color, but we're just going to keep nice and simple. You can get as elaborate as you want later. Now turn it around and do it this way, because when you pull it up, you want those bees flying in the right direction. I know they fly every which way, but you don't want those bees that are meant to be this direction to be upside down. Oops, silly me, bringing it down. Right, good thing for adhesive erasers. Then let that dry, and then use my adhesive eraser to just pull that off. Simple, simple. Okay, and then I'm going to take the bee set, and I'm going to make just a little, just going to take this little love you here, and I'm going to stamp that. I'm going to stamp it in the Petunia Pop to kind of bring some more of that out there. Let me grab that. And I'm just taking scraps here. This is a fun way to use your scraps. Just kind of wing it, you might say. All right, love you. Clean it off. And okay, oh, you're welcome, Susan. Thank you for everybody helping out, for checking on that there. All right, so be watching for that for sure. All right, and I'm going to fussy cut around there. Just rounded lines. Because it's kind of a fun pattern anyway. Cut that off so I can get around properly. All right, so now because this is white background on the white there, that's not going to show up very well, is it? So it's nice to kind of back it with something. Oops. Not a good morning today. Things are all over the place. Okay. So let's back it with, I guess maybe some Petunia Pop. Right? I think that could look fun. So basically, I'm going to just take a little square. I know I have scraps in my closet, but you don't want to see my closet right now. And I have this out. All right, so I'm going to glue it down onto there and then just cut so I leave a little bit of a border. All right. Let me let that dry for a minute, and I'm going to just take my adhesive eraser. It doesn't really erase, but it pulls the sticky glue off. So I usually just go in one direction so it continues to pull off the paper. Like, don't go back and forth because it's just going to stay there. Just kind of pull it off. Okay, here we go. Now this, I'm just going to cut around, leaving a border. Leave as much as you like. Follow the contour of what you originally cut. Or not. It could be kind of funky if you do something different. That could be fun. See how cute that is. All right, then you can put your nuggets in there, or you can put a Ghirardelli chocolate. Works nicely in there as well. So what I would do is just take my Seal Plus, put a few lines of adhesive on there, and stick that right on there. And then you can fold it up. And we're going to put a little hole on the top there. Now Stampin' Up! Doesn't sell this anymore. This is a scary looking tool, right? This was sold many years ago. Crocodile, it was called. What I liked about it, I still use it. Obviously, I still like it. But what was nice is you had two different size hole punches. You have a 1/8 and a 3/16. 1/8 and 3/16, and then you had different things up here to squeeze eyelets together. And you could slide this in and out so that you could measure how far in you want to put your hole. So if you're doing multiple things, you get it in the right spot every time. So that was nice. It looks kind of scary though. You might pull teeth with that or something. I don't know. No offense to the dentist or the hygienist in the room. Okie dokie. So then, like I said, you put your candy in there. Where's my thing? All right. You can put a little message if you want. You can always put a little message in here so when they open it up, okay, it says Happy Valentine's Day or something along that line. I'm going to use my Petunia Pop ribbon. Just feed it through there. I know it's a tiny hole, but I didn't want too big of a hole up on top. Just super, super easy, but adorable. Could accommodate a gift card. You can always make a little pocket in there for a gift card. I wouldn't just glue the gift card just in case the adhesive doesn't hold, but I would make a little pocket. Boop. I don't know. Don't you love that olive and the Petunia Pop? I never would have really thought to do that on my own. Okay, and then based on wherever your bees are, I don't want to cover him, so I'm going to put this over here. Put the little love you with dimensionals, of course. And there you have your simplest treat bag ever. Okay, simple. Use up your DSP. Use up your your coordinating paper, and that's good. Now, I made a smaller version. Okay, these were the bigger ones. And like I said, that does accommodate nuggets in there. Okay, you can always put your hole. This was a bigger hole that went through the DSP, so you can always go further into the DSP. That's okay too. And they decorated it with a little bee there. But I figured this was cute enough. I wanted it left simple, just different ideas. Okay, so now here's a teeny tiny one. This is kind of maybe what I might bring around in my pocketbook because they're smaller. I can keep a lot of them in here, and it's, I don't know, just it'll be easier to hand out, I think. So I'm going to take, let's see, how about we do the back, do the main part in the Petunia Pop this time. I'm just looking to have different colors. This was the old paper and this was the Sweet Sorbet. All right, so let's do the actual base in Petunia Pop this time. For this tiny one, we need 6.5 by 1 3/4. So I'm going to cut, let me see, 1 3/4. I'm going to cut this way, so I'm going to end up cutting this off, so that's fine. Okay, and 6.5. I need to open this. 6.5. See, now I can get rid of that. And then we're going to score 3 and 3.5. And this one I found, I made it this width for 2 reasons. Because I'm putting Andy's candies in there and it fit nicely. That was the proper width. for the Andes candies. Let me grab some out here. All right. So depending on whatever you're putting in there, just put it to size. But the other reason why I chose this size was because I wanted to make a pretty topper to it by using the to the point punch. So in order to do that, you're going to take your strip and you're going to feed it from the inside through the slit at the top so that you can cut a little decorative top there. Now, I am just putting it in just enough so that it's going to trim that and make a pretty top to it. See, I didn't cut much off at all. I'm going to try to cut the exact same amount off the other side, turning it around. You don't want to go this way because you would end up with this shape on the top, right? Which might be a little odd. Okay, so we're going to go from the inside in. And where this cuts, it's pretty much 2 inches. So you want to keep within that 2 inches. I did another one that was sort of a scant 1 7/8 wide. And that worked pretty well too. So just as long as you are a little less than what it's actually going to cut so that you can feed it in there properly. All right, so I think I did pretty well there. Okay, if you end up cutting more on one side, it's going to be longer. Like this is slightly longer in the front than the back, or one side than the other. So I'm going to make sure the longer side is in the front. And this is why, because if you were to stand this up, it's going to lean back against the shorter side. So therefore, I would want the front showing rather than it looking like it's leaning forward and about to tip forward. Does that make sense? All right, so it's ever so slightly shorter, but you're not going to notice it, but I do want to make sure I keep that in front there. So let's choose a paper for that one. Since it's so small, I'm going to want a smaller pattern. I could always just do that plaid. That would look really, really cute. But these tiny bees would work just fine, or the hearts. I'm so excited to be using this. It came just yesterday, as I rushed the order from earlier. Okay. So the DSP here, we want to be 2.5 tall by 1 5/8 wide. All right, so our trimmer over here goes up to 1.5, so that's 4/8. So I can't measure it this way. I do have to go this way. If you want to go just beyond the 1.5, so you want to go 1 5/8, because remember this is 1 3/4, right? So you want to be just a little bit less than that. Oops. Not much to hold on to there. And then I need it, what did I say? 2 1/4 long. I'm going to cut 2 of those and I'll put, oh, actually, wait a minute. Oh, I'm so sorry. I cut it wrong. Why did I say 1 5/8? Sorry about that. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. Yeah, I guess I just cut it wrong. Oh yeah, I didn't cut it wide enough. No problem. There's more where that came from. There's always more where that came from. Hey, 1 5/8. There we go. That's better. And then 2 1/4, right? And I'll do another 2 1/4. And then I think I'll put one side with this and the other side with that. Mix it up a little bit. Okay. And All right, see, what did I do again? Did I cut this one wrong first? No, 1 3/4. Okay, I think I went a little too far this time. I'm telling you, it's a day. Oh yeah, I went to 3/4 instead of 8ths. Oh my goodness. Thank goodness it's Friday. 5/8. There we go. All right, that works now. Silly me. I'm going to put that on there. I'll just put it together the same way we did the other one, but it just has that decorative top, just a smaller version. And again, I'm leaving it down below. I love that decorative top. I'm going to flip this over and let's use the other side just for fun. Ta-da. So cute. Remember, that's going to be the top. So you want your pattern to go in the proper way, proper direction. All right. And then you can just glue your candies in. What I did was I glued one to each side. And then when it went together, it fit like that. Okay, so take my Seal Plus, a little strip there, a strip there. Leave a little room at the bottom to accommodate the fold and the thickness. And then just put your ribbon through and tie that up. And one thing I tried, I thought might be cute, was to use this little heart instead of a hole punch, but it was a little bit too big, especially for some of these little holders. So I decided to just go with a regular hole punch. Okay, and let's use maybe the silver trim this time. This comes with 2-pack. It's a combo pack. You get silver and gold in there. And just poke that through. And of course you can, oops, this kind of brings in, I know that green doesn't go, but I just happen to have the Andes candies left over from Christmas. But they are good anytime, right? All right, so you could always tie the bow, or you can just tie them together in a single knot. Like so. And then I have the little For You I'll put on the top there, but first I'm going to mat it, and maybe I'll go with the pool party this time to bring in some more of those colors. I'll glue that down. Okay, now, so the next two, wait till you see those. Those are going to be a little bit more fun. Not that these aren't fun, but a little different. A little different. All right, so I'm just going to trim that parallel to those lines. I can put that on top there, like so. Maybe on the other side? No. Okay, whatever. And I would add some, I'm going to add some little hearts to that. I have dimensions already. Yep, I'll take some of these. And then there, we do have, Simply does have glimmer paper in the in colors. So, okay, we actually have the 24-26 in color. So this is actually the Petunia Pop version, and the Pretty in Pink, Shy Shamrock, and all those in colors. So there's actually there's the Petunia Pop over there. So I'm just going to take a piece of that, punch a little tiny heart out of it. Oops, this way. add that to the front of my little thing over here. You could use glue or a glue dot. So that's going to add just a little sparkle. Makes a big difference with that little heart there, right? So there's another one. Okay, the old version, the new version, and the candies inside. Now, next one, I have two more to show you, so don't go away. These are kind of fun. We are going to do a matchbook style one. Okay, now you might have seen some holders like that. Let me get some of my other junk out of the way here. Okay, garbage away. I'm trying to be real good at putting things back after I use them, even if it's just temporary. At least it's out of my way, not being all cluttered. Okay, little scraps of garbage as well. Okay. Oh, you almost missed it all. Oh, hi, Roseanne. Nice to see you. Okay. No, you made every Friday at 10 Eastern. Yes, absolutely. Come back and join us every Friday, except usually the third Friday of the month. Then I reschedule to a different time, sometimes a different day. But third Friday of the month, I'm usually at the local coffee shop doing cards for troops. Now, this Friday, I have something extra special going on. I am going to actually be traveling to New York to stamp in person with my original stamping buddies from like 25 years ago. They've been with me this whole time, and I'm so excited. I can't wait. So this Friday will not be a coffee and a card, but I will reschedule to another time. So stay tuned for that. All right. Or I'll put up something new that's recorded, one or the other. All right. Now, here is, let me get my baggie of stuff, my tricks here. This was a swap that, or maybe I made this sometime in the past. I don't remember because I keep these things so that I can be inspired other times. This had a Ghirardelli chocolate in it as well. And it's this matchbook style. Okay, so this is where I suggested bringing a stapler so that you can staple the bottom so that you have a little flat to stick your front of this holder in there. All right, so I took the chocolate out because I didn't want that going bad in my stash, but there was a dimensional holding that on. You can use your seal or a dimensional or glue dots, whatever. Okay, the dimensionals do hold pretty well. So inspired by this is, of course, a Valentine theme with old retired things. So you can certainly do something easy like that. And here's one that I did using the new B paper. I made mine a little bit wider because I wanted to accommodate the little flaps of the Ghirardelli as well. And so again, you can make it as wide or as narrow as you want, depending on what you're putting in there. So there you go. I'm just going to give you the measurements for that. And one thing I did designer paper to cover this part. So this one, it's fine. I have no problem seeing the staple there. And especially with the rustic kind of paper, it looks, not quite as fancy. It looks more casual, okay, and friendly, which is fine. I love that. But then I thought, well, if you didn't like that, you could put paper on the back and a little strip on the front to cover up the staples, and it makes it a little bit more fancy. So let me give you the measurements for this, and let's see, what other color haven't we used yet? We haven't used the, let's see, we did the yellow, we did the petunia, we did the olive. Let's try, I could do either the bubble bath or the blue. Let's do the pool party, okay? Because I love the blues. All right, so for this we need 6 by 3. Try my trimmer. Let me see. Okay, that's going to be good there. That's going to be 6. All right, good. So I'm just going to cut 3 this way, or it could be 2.5, whatever. Let's just go on the wider side to be safe. and then go 6. And then we score. We have to score 3 times because we're getting this for the thickness. And then we also need to get the score for the little flap down below. So we're going to score at 3/4. That's going to give us our little flap for tucking in the front. And then we're going to score at 3 1/4 and 3 3/4. And that'll give us our 1/2 inch thickness at the top. Okay, I'm going to take a quick glance up and see some of the comments here. All right, good morning. Okay, by the way, I think I saw Elizabeth. Hello, Becky, and Joan, and Roseanne. Okay, welcome everybody. And if you're watching the replay, welcome to you as well. Okay, furnish your score lines so they're nice and crisp. So putting these things together is not rocket science, just getting some ideas on decorating, and this way I'm able to give you the measurements. All right, so that's going to go in there like that, but first I'm going to staple it. Now, you don't want to go too far down below, but you don't want to go too far up on top because you want this to be able to tuck in. So try to aim kind of toward the middle widthwise and middle out of that 3/4 of an inch there. Stand up. All right, so that way you still have room for tucking it in and it will stay. Okay. Put my bone folder back away. I keep slipping on my stool here. All right, so now you need DSP to cover those. The front's going to be 2 3/4 by 2. Let's see what we can use on that one. Try a different pattern, right? Okay, so I used this one already. I used this one. This one could be good. Well, this is one I used on here. This could be good because it does have a lot of that pool party on there, but I would be careful how to cut it because you don't want to end up with a lot of half Bs. So you might be very selective on how you cut that. Let's just see what else we have to choose from. Oh, maybe just the flowers. That could be fun. Ooh, let's do that. All right, this one I didn't use either. That could be cute too. Let's do the flowers, just to have something flowery without bees. Maybe you don't like bees. I don't know. Again, be careful of the direction that you cut it. You want it to be 2 3/4 wide, because remember this is 3. So 2 3/4 wide by 2 inches tall. All right, so I like to cut my smallest amount first, because that way I don't cut too much into my paper. So I'm going to cut 2 inches this way. And 2 3/4 this way. And you could do the same thing on the other side. Got 2 3/4. Maybe I'll flip over. I don't know. We'll see if we want all flowers or we'll use the stripes. I love those stripes too. Oh, it is just so cute. So cute. Oh, we want something contrasting for the little strip. Oh, wait a minute. Wait. I'm sorry. The back has to be bigger because you're coming all the way here. So I'm going to put this aside for another one. And I'm going to cut. We want the same width. Okay, but we want it taller. So we are going to want 2 3/4 wide by 2 5/8 tall. Okay, so that's the one between 2 1/2 and 2 3/4. Because what did I do again? I am so sorry. What did I do? 2 3/8, is it? Yeah, 2 3/8, not 5/8. Can't read my own writing. Let me fix that here. 2 3/8. Well, easy enough to cut 5/8 down to 3/8, right? Okay. Yeah, 21st is in 2 weeks. I'm going to be seeing Nadine. My friend Judy's coming. It's going to be fun. Fun, fun, fun. Now, let's see what we want to use. Okay, you know what? I'm going to do both of those on both sides, and then we could use the stripes on the bottom. Okay, so I will cut, still want 2 3/4 wide. That hasn't changed, but we want 5/8. That's where I made my mistake before. I want to do 5/8 for that strip. Okay, I'm going to measure it on this side. Okay, so easy peasy. We'll just stick all those on. They'll be really cute. And then the next one, we will start with a piece of 6x6 designer paper and do some folding, almost origami-like. So if you are working ahead and you want to get that ready to try it, or just get a piece of paper to practice the fold on. That's what I do. I take something I don't care about so much. All right, I'm going to put this over here to cover up that staple. Look how adorable that is. That could be like a nice Mother's Day or just a springtime Easter. So sweet. And, okay, you will have a little lump there, but it's okay. I made sure I got some of the glue below, like right to the edge there, so that it's going to hold down around the staple. You'll see a little bump, but that's nothing you can do about that. But just from a quick eye, it's going to look really pretty. All right, now across the front, we'll put our little strip. Okay, remember this little tab was 3/4 of an inch. So we want the strip to be just a little shorter. So that's why it's 5/8, because 3/4 is 6/8, right? Okay. And then you can stick your, oh, actually I have 2 things to show you. How about that? I'm going to stick that in there. How are we doing on time? Oh, well, we're over an hour. Oh, well, stick around. You will not be disappointed. These are going to be really cute. All right, and that's going to fold over, and you tuck it in. Oops, here we go. Just got caught on the candy. Oops, easy. All right. There you go. So then you can just decorate that however you like. This is what I did with the other one. Put a little knot of the ribbon on there. Put a for you. Put a glitter heart. And you have your cute candy. You can always write a little message inside there, right? Okay. All right. So maybe this one I could have put the staple down just a little lower, but it's okay. It still cute. So I will decorate that one later. Let me show you this other fun thing. 6x6 piece of paper. It's best if, let's try this. I think it's best if you have something that's a random pattern, because you're going to be folding on diagonals. So I know the inside of this is not quite so random, but I'm going to basically use the outside. You will see both sides of the paper. So just kind of keep that in mind. But I don't think any of the B papers is totally random on both sides. So it's okay. It'll be fine. So let's start with 6x6. And let's see if I remember how to do this. Okay, the part that you want on the outside, you're going to fold it into a triangle with the pattern that you want on the outside. Let that part showing. All right, I did this yesterday, so I wanted to, I would have liked to have tried to do another one today, but didn't have the time. So I'm going to kind of cheat and look at what I did yesterday. Just looking over here. Okay, so you're going to fold it in half. All right, then you want to open it up this way so it's a diamond shape. Okay, now you're going to take this edge and you're going to fold it down to that center score line. Now, this is a little busy to see, but you'll be able to notice it once I get it folded. Okay, and then you'll score that. And then do the same thing on the other side. All right, actually, think of it this way. Okay, same thing, just this is going to be the top. It's going to be a little envelope. All right, so it's going to look like a kite or like a little pouch for flowers, the way you have it right now. Okay. All right, and then let me just double check here. That and that. Okay. Then we are going to, we have to fold this up. That's it. Okay. I'm going to fold this up so that there's a little bit left on top to extend beyond there. So that's probably about an inch, inch and a quarter. And you want to line up that point with the crease, that first score line that you made on the top there. Now, this is where you definitely want to have your bone folder handy because you're trying to crease several layers of the DSP right now. All right, so let me just review from the beginning here. You're folding this in a triangle, and you're opening it up. And you're bringing this part into the score line, this part into the score line, and then you're bringing this up to extend about an inch or inch and a quarter. Then we're going to take these ends and meet this fold to that fold. I saw another demonstrator do this, and she had learned it for other people too, but I bet you it's probably an actual origami thing. All right, now these are multiple thicknesses here, so use your bone fold to get nice sharp creases. Do you see where we're kind of going here? We're making like a little envelope, right? All right, now this, open up just a little bit. This part is going to get folded down in here. Now, first I like to get my fold in the right spot. Then I'm going to put a little glue on there to hold it together because this is kind of split in here, and this is going to go inside like that. So I'm going to want this to kind of just help hold it together. All right, I'm going to put a little tear and tape right on there like that. Or you can use the glue, whatever you like. Now, this is going to be sort of a gusseted pocket here. So we're going to kind of flatten the sides and then push them in. So now this looks squared off. Isn't that cool? Okay, Nadine, yes, I'll give you the scores for the matchbook. Okay, the scores for the matchbook were 3/4, 3 1/4, and 3 3/4. Okay, That's starting with a 6 by 2.5 inch wide. Okay, so when you open this, it's going to give you a little bit more wiggle room for seeing what's inside. So isn't that cool? And then you can fold this over and just make a little envelope out of it. You can put a little Velcro dot here to hold it together, decorate it however you like. I'm not going to take a whole lot of time to do that now. I'll finish it up later because I want to show you one other quick thing. But this is just so sweet. I love how, it gives you a little bit more room in there. And of course, I don't have another Ghirardelli right here, but they do fit in there. Or put in a few other candies or some money. Okay, some Andy's Candies works. All right, you will have a little thickness there. It makes like a cute little envelope. All right, so here's one that I did in Shy Shamrock. I didn't purposely didn't glue it together because I knew I might have to go back and look at how I did it. All right, this gets pushed in, and then you have that. So then I decided to just, you could put a Velcro dot in there, or you can tie a ribbon around to hold it closed, which I thought looked kind of fun. Makes that look pretty. And then I said, well, okay, this is Shy Shamrock, right? This could be for St. Patrick's Day. So if you take Heart Punch, could be a heart or the bee's wing. Put 3 of them together, you get a nice little shamrock, right? So that could always go on there as well. And I said, oh, we have glimmer paper in Shy Shamrock. So may as well make it a little glitzy. We already have a little shine on the ribbon. So this is what you would do for the, this is how I make my shamrocks. You want 3 hearts to go together, but there's not much overlap in them to really hold them together. So it's good to have something in the back. So either just a little square that you can actually glue the hearts down onto. And I just freehand cut a little piece of glimmer for the stem. And then I would glue my hearts right down onto that backing. So there's something to hold it together with, right? So I thought that would look really cute on there. So either just a little square, or I cut part of a circle, because this is an old 1-inch circle or 3/4 inch circle punch. The full circle would have been too much, but that would be enough to glue the hearts onto in the back as well. So that way you have something like I did here for it to hold on to. And then from there, you can glue it onto your project. But I thought that would look really, really sweet. Again, I'm not going to take the time to do that, but look how pretty that could be. Right? There you go. So you get that idea, right? I'll put that together later as well. Now, one more. Don't go away. This is a cute thing for holding a kiss. Of a little Hershey's Kiss. So it's going to actually look like this. The DSP and cardstock is going to make a little heart shape. So look how cute these could look in a little bowl, or just, again, something cute to hand out. This one is not glued in, but you could certainly put a little glue dot on there and just push it right in there. Isn't that cute? That is kind of a fun little thing. You've got, again, these are left over from Christmas. They're peppermint, but the silver and red works well for, and peppermint works well for Valentine's Day too. So here we go for this. This is simple also. Now the person who I saw did this, Brenda Quintano, her name was, actually did a video 8 years ago on it. And I always wanted to try it, but this is going to be so easy to do. Let's do, well, let's see. I don't know. Let's, this is the red. We haven't done anything in the in the pink yet, so let's use that, right? All right, so for this, we need a piece that is 4 inches by 1. Then we're going to score it at 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inches, because we're going to make a triangle here. Okay, 3, 2, and 1. All right, so this is only going to be seen on the inside. So with these 4 panels here, we're going to make a triangle. So we're going to overlap 2 of them to make that triangle there. So we'll just glue that together. And okay, bye, Michelle. Okay, check out the rest later. Nice of you to be on. Thank you. Okay, and then the original tutorial had 2 pieces of cardstock, one for this side and one for this side. And I was thinking, I don't know why we couldn't just use one piece and not have a seam down below. So that's what I did here. It might be a little trickier putting it together. So if you find this a little tricky, then just cut it in half and do one side first and then the other, but you will see the split, the seam down here. So the way I was doing it, let's maybe use this paper again because it's kind of random. We need, well, it was 2 pieces at 2 3/8 by 1 inch. So that would be 4 3/4, right? So if we just did one piece at 4 3/4, which I would get here. So I'm going to cut 1 inch wide first. And then 4 3/4. Okay, then we're going to score it at, oh wait, where's my other notes? I want to score it right in the middle. So that's going to be 2 3/8 because we wanted to get the nice crease down at the point of the heart. Make sure you get your cutter out of the way. And then at the tippy top on either end, we're going to score it. I think it's a 1/2 inch. Let me just double check with my ruler here. Yeah. So we're going to score a 1/2 inch at this end. And turn around 1/2 inch at the other end. Okay. So then I will just score those lines. Well, I did score them. Burnish them. All right. Now I'm going to take a pencil or something round to kind of give it a little curl up here just before that little tab that we already scored. So a little bit here. That's going to give us the rounded part at the top. And then I'm going to wrap it around our little triangle here. So glue is actually going to go on here. And then we're going to, and it's going to go on here. So we're going to actually end up with this. And then that's going to make our heart shape. Okay, see that? Is that cute? Okay, so I'm going to put my point in the middle crease. I'm going to glue my sides. Do both sides at once. Now, I do recommend using liquid glue here because it gives you some wiggle room, but you are going to have to hold it for just a little bit until it dries so that when you do your next part, you're not moving it out of place. All right, so, okay, and I do recommend making sure you get glue right up to that crease there because that's what's going to kind of hold the pressure of where the paper bends. So you want it to be secure right up to the top. Just hold that there for a second. All right. And okay, your favorite one yet? Okay, which one was that, Patty? Was it this little heart thing? I'm sorry, I didn't catch when you wrote your comment. All right, so that's pretty secure right now. So we're going to put a little glue on this tab here, which is like the outside of your paper. And again, get it close to the score line. I'm going to move this one out of the way just for now. And we're going to tuck it in. And you want this piece to go right over to the edge of that triangle. So I find putting this pencil back in again. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm off the camera. Putting this pencil back in again helps hold it. And it gives that little curve. So if you did this in two pieces, this part would be easier because you would do this tab first, let it dry, and then wrap this around down to the bottom. So if you are struggling with this part, then just do it the other way. It will be okay. All right, so I'm just kind of holding it with my pencil. It just happens to fit in there nicely. And then we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Helps to kind of start that curve a little bit before you glue it down. All right, so I hope you're having some ideas on who to give all these treats to. All right, you want to make sure these are down. Oops. Find something that can fit in there and help hold it down while the glue dries. It's important, real important, to get those inner parts to meet so that it can stay looking like a heart. All right, so a little more tricky doing it one piece, but if that seam on the bottom bothers you, well then do it this way instead. It's all up to you. I could press this with my bone folder to keep it straight. And then, believe it or not, these little kisses just fit right in there. Put the tip in first, and then you can just kind of press it in there, and the pressure holds it. If you're putting it in and out a few times, then it might not hold. You might want to put a little bit of a glue dot on the wrapper out here. Make sure you're not getting it on the candy part. Okay, so isn't that fun? Make a whole little bowl of these and have your guests pick some when they come visit. So fun, right? Cute. All right, let me get all the projects out here. This was the old one. This was what we did today. This is the matchbook that I did last night. And then these were the others that we did. Little envelopes. We got a lot done today. A lot done. All right, let me get these little thingies there to show you that's good for that as well. And, oh, here's that little guy. Oh, we missed that there. All right, so those are a lot of ideas for your treats, either for birthdays, for any occasion. It doesn't have to be Valentine's Day, but a lot of fun. If you have kids, little for little treats or for teacher gifts, whatever, it all works. Oh, here's a Ghirardelli that can fit in there as well. Even enough with the Andes candies. Because it's gusseted, you can make it as thick as you want. And then just wrap it around. See that? So that's a lot of fun there. I hope you have fun making these things. Let me know how you make out. If you have any questions, reach out. And don't forget, I'm going to do one more quick announcement here. 2 more days, today and tomorrow, are the last days to place orders with me to be involved in my Super Bowl raffle. If you place an order of $50 or more, for every $50 you spend with me, you will get an entry into my Super Bowl raffle. You will pick a team. You'll get put on a wheel, spinning wheel with that team's name on it. And every time that team scores, I'll spin that wheel. And then whoever the wheel lands on will get a prize. And halftime, each quarter, same thing. At the end of the game, I will spin the wheel of the winning team, and whoever's name lands on is going to win the host rewards for all the orders combined that of the participants. Right now, I think it's close to it's over $100, 130 or so. I haven't checked lately, but it's definitely over $100 that you could potentially win, plus all the little prizes along the way. So, and also with remember, $60 order, you get a celebration thing as well. But you have to use the host code. I'm going to read it off to you, and I have posted on my Facebook page and my blog, so go check on those. You need the host code PZ as in zipper, J, V as in Victor, Z as in zipper, 3CJ. Okay, it's on my Facebook, it's on my blog, stampwithlorraine.com, and you can find all the information there. There's my blog, and only 2 more days to place orders to qualify for that. All right, so it's a great deal. We had a lot of fun. Nadine did it last time. Some of my other friends did it, and they had a great time. You don't have to know anything about football. You don't even have to watch. Every time the team scores, I will be on Facebook spinning the wheel, and you can tune in and see if you're a winner. But if you can't do that, don't worry about it. I'll let you know if you're a winner later on and send you your prizes. Don't have to do a thing, but place those orders. All right, any questions, reach out. Otherwise, have a great weekend, and we'll see you next time. Okay, bye.